The woman was just about to leave her house when a man grabbed her and dragged her back. Terrified, she told him she was pregnant, but the assailant showed no mercy. Instead, he continued to viciously attack her. By the time the police arrived after receiving the report, the woman had already stopped breathing. Yet, after committing the crime, the killer didn't flee. Instead, he smirked mockingly at one of the officers because the woman he had just murdered was the wife of Officer Nick. Overcome with grief, Nick stared at his wife's lifeless body on the ground before rising to his feet in a rage, ready to kill the murderer. His fellow officers quickly restrained him. As a cop, Nick couldn't break the law himself. All he could do was glare at the killer in helpless fury. The assailant, Pete, had done this for one reason only: revenge. 5 years earlier, Nick had arrested him, sending him to prison. But no one expected Pete's first act after release would be such brutal retaliation. After his wife's death, Nick lived in agony every day. Now, avenging her became his sole purpose in life. So he made a drastic decision. He loaded his pistol, tracked down Pete's associates based on intel, and eliminated them one by one. Then, he turned himself in to the police. Nick was ultimately convicted of murder and sent to prison, but this was only part of his revenge plan, because Pete, the man who had killed his wife, was locked up in the same facility. In the days that followed, Nick focused on building his strength through daily exercise, biding his time for the right moment. During laundry duty, he discreetly pried a metal piece from an overhead heating pipe and hid it in his clothes. Back in his cell that night, he sharpened and shaped it into a deadly knuckle weapon. After waiting patiently, his opportunity finally came. A prisoner attacked a guard, stealing his weapon and sparking a riot. Chaos erupted throughout the prison. In the midst of the turmoil, Nick spotted Pete alone. Seizing his chance, he ambushed Pete, quickly overpowering him and pinning him to the ground. Finally, Nick grabbed the guard's weapon and executed Pete, avenging his wife at last.